the way! You gotta be shitting me.
Say the war is over, but it never truly ends. Every sunrise brings a new battle.
Sci-fi fans have a lot to look forward to in 2026. Studios are rolling out big-budget spectacles, ambitious new franchises, and futuristic adventures designed for the big screen. In this video, we're counting down the 20 most anticipated sci-fi movies coming in 2026. Number 20, I Love Booster.
Triple F. Fashion, forward, philanthropy.
A vibrant crew of stylish shoplifters known as the Velvet Gang set their sights on dismantling the fashion world's most cutthroat mogul by boosting high-end goods and redistributing them with flair and wit. Led by the charismatic Corvette, this ensemble navigates catwalks and back alleys with audacious schemes that blend sharp humor with unexpected heart, challenging societal norms with every heist. As their capers grow bolder, tensions rise between loyalty and ambition in a game where ingenuity becomes currency. Directed by Boots Riley, the film weaves surreal comedy with social satire, offering a spirited take on rebellion, community, and unorthodox justice. Number 19, War Machine.
It's hunting us, and it won't stop. No comms, no flares, no firearms.
A squad of elite Army Ranger trainees enters the final phase of their brutal selection course, only to find their last exercise spiraling into an unthinkable survival ordeal. What begins as rigorous training mutates into relentless conflict when this band of soldiers must fend off a lethal, otherworldly force that shatters every expectation of combat they've ever known. Led by a determined combat engineer, the team's cohesion and resolve are tested as they navigate impossible terrain and escalating threats, forcing them to rely on instinct, grit, and hardened camaraderie. Directed by Patrick Hughes, War Machine combines explosive sci-fi action with visceral combat energy, delivering pulse-quickening sequences that constantly up the stakes. Number 18, The Bride.
Please don't hurt me, please. I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for? Did you do something wrong? Something you thought.
A lonely, brilliant scientist resurrects a murdered young woman, shaping her into the perfect companion, only to ignite something far more powerful than devotion. Set against a moody, gothic backdrop, the story reimagines the legend of Frankenstein's bride through a modern, emotionally charged lens, where identity, autonomy, and creation clash in haunting ways. As she begins to question her existence and the intentions of the man who brought her back, tensions rise between creator and creation. Directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal, this dark romantic horror blends lush period atmosphere with unsettling intimacy, transforming a classic monster tale into a fierce exploration of love, control, and rebirth. Number 17, Hoppers.
Over here! Your life is in danger. You must do
A secretive biotech experiment promises a revolutionary breakthrough, the ability to transfer human consciousness into lifelike robotic animal bodies. When a curious young scientist volunteers to test the technology, she finds herself navigating a vibrant yet unpredictable world through synthetic eyes. What begins as wonder quickly spirals into uncertainty as corporate interests tighten their grip and hidden motives surface beneath the glossy innovation. As the line between human instinct and programmed behavior begins to blur, she must confront unsettling questions about identity and control in a system that may not let her return unchanged. Directed by Daniel Chong, Hoppers blends high-concept sci-fi with mounting psychological tension, transforming a dazzling technological leap into a chilling exploration of what it truly means to inhabit a body. Number 16, Project Hail Mary.
Fist my bump. No, it's fist bump. It's not the same.
A middle school science teacher awakens alone aboard a spacecraft with no memory of how he arrived, or why he's millions of miles from Earth. As fragments of his past slowly resurface, he realizes he has been sent on a desperate mission to stop a cosmic anomaly threatening humanity's survival. Isolated in the silent vastness of space, he must rely on intellect, fragile supplies, and unexpected discoveries to solve an interstellar mystery that grows more complex by the day. Directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, this adaptation of Andy Weir's novel fuses hard science fiction with claustrophobic tension, turning one man's loneliness into an edge-of-your-seat battle against extinction. Number 15, Mortal Kombat 2.
I
I find you annoying.
Not the face!
Earthrealm's fiercest champions are thrust back into the brutal tournament that will decide the fate of their world. As the deadly contest intensifies, legendary warriors clash in arenas soaked with ancient rivalry, each fight pushing the boundaries of endurance and loyalty. Familiar faces rise alongside formidable new challengers, their powers colliding in spectacles of bone-crunching combat and supernatural fury. Beneath the thunderous battles lies a darker scheme threatening to tip the balance between realms forever. Directed by Simon McQuoid, this sequel amplifies the mythic lore and visceral action of the franchise, forging a blood-charged fantasy where every strike carries the weight of annihilation, and no victory comes without sacrifice. If you enjoyed the video so far, please hit the like and subscribe button to Movieverse for staying up to date with all the newest movie and series releases. Number 14. The Shitheads. Two chronically underqualified drivers are saddled with what should be a straightforward task: transport a wealthy teen to a rehab facility. As the road stretches ahead, mismatched personalities collide with escalating complications, derailing every plan they make and pushing their ragged alliance through chaotic circumstances that range from hilariously absurd to unexpectedly volatile. The journey's twists expose how easily good intentions can slide into misadventure when luck is thin and instincts fail. Directed by Macon Blair, this wild road comedy blends irreverent humor with gritty, heartfelt performances that keep momentum hurtling forward without ever settling into the expected. Number 13. Star Wars, The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Impressive.
The lone bounty hunter Din Djarin and his enigmatic young companion embark on a new journey across a fractured galaxy still healing from war. As old enemies stir in the shadows and new alliances take shape, their bond is tested against threats that stretch far beyond simple contracts. Sweeping across distant planets and lawless territories, the adventure blends intimate character moments with high-stakes confrontations rooted in ancient lore. Directed by Jon Favreau, the film expands the saga's frontier spirit into a cinematic odyssey, balancing space western grit with mythic wonder as destiny quietly tightens its grip on master and apprentice alike. Number 12. Star Wars Starfighter.
But it never truly ends. Every sunrise brings a new battle.
A new generation of pilots is drawn into a high-risk conflict that ignites across the galaxy's outer systems. When a daring recruit with a mysterious past joins an elite squadron, routine patrols erupt into explosive dogfights against a rising threat determined to destabilize fragile peace. As loyalties are tested in the vacuum of space, rival aces clash in lightning-fast aerial battles where instinct and precision mean survival. Directed by Sean Levy, the film channels the saga's classic sense of adventure into a pulse-racing spectacle of starfighters, heroic sacrifice, and cosmic warfare, soaring through danger while destiny quietly tracks every move in the stars. Number 11. Masters of the Universe.
I have the power!
A young man discovers he is the long-lost heir to a distant world, locked in an eternal struggle between light and shadow. Drawn from an ordinary life into the mystical realm of Eternia, he must embrace a legendary power tied to an ancient sword and a destiny far greater than he ever imagined. As a ruthless tyrant tightens his grip on the planet, alliances are forged among warriors, sorcerers, and rebels who stand as the last defense against total domination. Directed by Travis Knight, this reimagining channels mythic fantasy with modern intensity, blending epic battles, towering creatures, and heroic transformation into a saga where courage awakens dormant power. Number 10. Disclosure Day. A scheduled global revelation thrusts the reality of extraterrestrial existence into the glaring spotlight, upending every certainty people hold about life on Earth and beyond. As classified truths inch toward public broadcast, journalists, officials, and ordinary citizens find themselves grappling with competing agendas and the weight of information that could change civilization forever. At the center, a Kansas City meteorologist portrayed by Emily Blunt experiences unsettling phenomena on live air, while whistleblower Josh O'Connor races against time to ensure the world hears the full truth. Directed by Steven Spielberg, this sci-fi thriller weaves global tension and intimate human reactions into a cinematic event where revelation itself becomes the ultimate test of trust. Number 9. Supergirl.
Okay, this does not look like this is gonna end well.
Kara steps out of the shadow of her famous cousin to carve her own path among Earth's defenders. Raised amid the collapse of Krypton's final remnants, she carries memories of a world lost. Memories that shape a fiercer, more battle-tested hero. When a cosmic threat targets her adopted home, Kara must reconcile her grief with her responsibility, balancing alien power with human vulnerability. As alliances form and enemies close in, her strength becomes more than physical. It becomes a statement of identity. Directed by Craig Gillespie and starring Millie Alcock, this reimagining blends epic superhero spectacle with emotional intensity, igniting a bold new chapter in a legendary saga. Number 8. Spiderman Brand New Day.
We ready?
Peter Parker steps into a world that no longer remembers him, forced to rebuild his life from the ground up while protecting a city that has forgotten the hero behind the mask. Balancing college struggles with late-night patrols, he faces a rising criminal force exploiting the sudden power vacuum in New York. As a new adversary emerges, calculating, relentless, and disturbingly aware of Spider-Man's patterns, Peter must evolve beyond the friendly neighborhood persona he once knew. Directed by Destin Daniel Cretton and starring Tom Holland, this chapter promises grounded intensity and emotional stakes, redefining what it means to start over when the past has been erased. Number 7. Flowervale Street. An ordinary suburban neighborhood becomes the epicenter of an extraordinary mystery when strange phenomena begin unraveling the fabric of daily life. Set in the 1980s, the story follows a family whose quiet routines are disrupted by events that defy explanation, pulling them into a larger enigma hidden beneath manicured lawns and friendly smiles. As tension tightens within the community, curiosity turns into fear, and the line between domestic comfort and cosmic intrusion begins to blur. Directed by David Robert Mitchell and starring Anne Hathaway, the film blends nostalgic suburbia with escalating sci-fi suspense, transforming a peaceful street into a doorway toward the unknown. Number 6. The Dog Stars. A devastating pandemic has reshaped the world into vast stretches of silence and ruin, leaving only scattered survivors clinging to fragile routines. Hig, a former pilot, lives in isolation at an abandoned airfield, with his loyal dog and a hardened companion, scanning empty skies for any sign of life beyond their perimeter. When a faint radio transmission crackles through the static, hope flickers for the first time in years, pushing him toward a journey across dangerous, uncharted territory. Directed by Ridley Scott and starring Jacob Elordi, the film fuses stark survival drama with haunting intimacy, exploring resilience and connection in a world stripped to its bones. Number 5. Godzilla Minus Zero.
My God.
The King of the Monsters returns in a seismic follow-up to the critically acclaimed Godzilla Minus One, thrusting Earth back into colossal conflict as dormant terrors rise from the deep once more. Humanity struggles to interpret the ruins of its past battles, while a looming resurgence of kaiju power threatens to shatter fragile peace. Amidst the uncertainty, familiar survivors are drawn back into a world where every tremor and roar could signal disaster. Directed by Takashi Yamazaki, this chapter elevates the franchise's spectacle and stakes while leaning into the primal awe of monster mythology. Number 4. The Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping.
It's time for the second quarter.
Panem turns its gaze back to the arena decades before Katniss Everdeen's defiance during the brutal 50th Hunger Games, also known as the Second Quarter Quell. With twice the number of tributes forced into the deadly spectacle, fear spreads through the districts as the capital tightens its grip with calculated cruelty. Among those chosen is a young tribute whose resilience and quiet intensity begin to unsettle the narrative the capital so carefully controls. As alliances form and tensions mount beneath the watchful eyes of the nation, survival becomes both a personal battle and a symbol of something larger. Directed by Francis Lawrence, this prequel returns to the franchise's oppressive atmosphere, where hope flickers against overwhelming control. Number 3. Avengers Doomsday.
King M'Baku of Wakanda.
Ben, Yancey Street.
Earth's mightiest heroes face a convergence of threats unlike anything they have encountered before, as fractures in reality begin collapsing entire dimensions into chaos. When a calculating new adversary emerges from the shadows, armed with knowledge of alternate timelines and catastrophic power, the Avengers must reunite across scattered fronts. Old alliances are tested, unexpected partnerships form, and the cost of heroism grows heavier with every passing moment. As cities tremble and the fabric of existence destabilizes, the team is forced to confront not only a global catastrophe, but the possibility that sacrifice may be the only path forward. Directed by Anthony Russo and Joe Russo, this chapter promises scale, intensity, and a reckoning that reshapes destiny. Number 2. Dune, Part 3. The saga of Arrakis deepens as Paul Atreides stands at the height of power, ruling an empire born from prophecy and war. Yet victory carries consequences, and the desert planet trembles beneath political unrest and spiritual introspection. Number 1. Godzilla x Kong Supernova.
All over the globe.
The fragile balance between titans shatters as a newly awakened force sends shockwaves through both the surface world and the depths of Hollow Earth. When seismic anomalies escalate into global catastrophes, Monarch uncovers signals pointing to an ancient power tied to cosmic origins, something that predates even Godzilla. As Kong defends his realm and Godzilla responds with primal intensity, their uneasy coexistence teeters on collapse. Humanity stands on the brink, caught between titans and a threat that could eclipse them all. Directed by Grant Sputore, this next MonsterVerse chapter builds toward colossal spectacle, escalating tension, and a confrontation where survival demands more than raw dominance.